Ben, can you give me a voice check? Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear a thing. Sorry.
You scare me. I hear you fine.
Yeah.
Welcome back. It is 7:45 now on your Tuesday morning. Patchy morning fog is possible out there in just a couple of spots, especially in those Sierra Valley locations, north central and northeastern Nevada too. Mostly cloudy skies for many of us through the day today, and we still have a thunderstorm chance and a shower chance, but it is focused over the eastern side of Nevada today, not as much for western Nevada. We still could have a stray shower or storm on the western side of the state, but they are going to be much fewer as compared to yesterday. 44 in town. We are looking at partly cloudy skies right now here in the Truckee Meadows. Winds are calm and 85% humidity. We're in the 30s and 40s again this morning, and again we'll be pretty mild later today, 50s and 60s for your highs. Not much of a shower chance out there for the day today. Again, the eastern side of the state, that's the exception. 70% chance for eastern Nevada, down to 10% for western Nevada. So there could be a stray isolated shower or storm, but again, most of the activity will be over that eastern side of the state. Things are mostly dry for Wednesday, but winds will be increasing as low pressure approaches the area. You can start to see the cold front up there over northern California by the time we get to Wednesday evening. So again, windy on your Wednesday. That leads to another low pressure system on the way in for Thursday and Friday with more shower chances. That'll be on the 7-day forecast. 60s for eastern Nevada, 60s and low 70s in a couple of spots for the western side of the state. Much lower shower chances for western Nevada and the Sierra today. Winds will increase tonight for the higher elevations of the Sierra. Those winds will reach the valley locations by the time we get to your Wednesday, again with that low pressure system on the approach. We're in the 60s for our northern zones today for most towns, and also in the upper 60s for Reno Sparks today, right near the 70-degree mark. Again, the higher shower chances today are on the eastern side of the state at 70%, just 10% here in western Nevada. A stray shower or thunderstorm not completely out of the question. For your Wednesday, winds will pick up. Then again, that low pressure system I pointed out for Thursday brings shower chances and even upper elevation snow shower chances. Then Friday, things will start to dry up for us, and by the time we get to the weekend, we are much drier, calmer, and warmer too, into the mid-70s by Sunday. Over to you.
Tim, thank you so much. Taking a look now at what's trending over on our Facebook page this morning. Musician Bryan Adams has canceled a show in Mississippi this month because of the state's so-called religious freedom law. Well, the Canadian rocker posted a message on his website that said, quote, "I cannot in good conscience perform in a state where certain people are being denied their civil rights due to their sexual orientation," end quote. Advocates of the new law say that it protects people who follow their religious faith. Opponents say that it gives a license to discriminate against lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people. Now, he's not the first one to do this. Bruce Springsteen actually canceled a show recently in North Carolina over this same issue. Asking Google Plusers, what do you think about it? Is it fair for him to cancel this? People have paid to see him, the ticket sales, et cetera, or no? If people don't stand up, things won't change. So this is kind of a good move in the right direction. Maybe? I don't know. Glenn, what do you think about this?
Well, what about discriminating against people based on their religious beliefs? See, the problem that we have here is no matter which way you write the law, you're violating somebody's rights. There is no way to write a law in this situation and not violate someone's beliefs, someone's rights, someone's lifestyle, which is why I said a better solution for the problem is take the one that I've used with the Jewish deli. I would never walk into a kosher deli and ask for a ham sandwich. It would just be wrong for me to have the police force them to make me a ham sandwich. In a free society, we're going to have to sort of figure out how to go around each other.
Kempton, do you agree? Is that it generally just, we're going to have to learn how to work around each other here. And then what do you think about him canceling his concert?
Yeah, well, I totally disagree with Glenn. I would take a much stronger stand. At the end of the day, can religious freedom be used to reintroduce slavery, as a friend of mine on Facebook suggests? Like, really, right? Religious freedom is not a big stick that you can break all the laws that years of progress have made. And in this case, Bryan Adams take his stand. At the end of the day, it's just a rock concert. It's a concert. He has to go as a human being first. So I respect him for canceling it.
And ultimately, his concert, his sales, lack thereof, or whatever it may be, his decision, potentially. Tony, what do we have on Facebook?
Victor writes in and says some folks will express this law in extreme and negative way, but that's nothing new. It also means some businesses will be losing money because of those principles, but that should still be their choice.
We'd love to hear what you have to say. Go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook and our Google Plus page. Coming up next, the Zika virus has now been found right here in Washoe County. After the break, we're going to tell you why some experts believe that it is even more dangerous than originally thought.
Okay, just the one topic then.
Yeah, just one topic today and tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, she wants to talk to us. Wait.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, I'm so sorry. For whatever reason, I can't write in there because my mouse isn't connecting, and so it won't let me click. Just to tell you what's going on, basically the next couple of days, we have a lot of interviews, which is why we're cutting out one of the Google Plus. They're cutting out a lot of other things as well. Yeah. But when we're heavy with interviews, it takes up the time. So these are some of the things that we have to cut. And this may happen a bit more here and there during the summer as we pick up and get a lot more interviews in. We're always going to try to have at least one Google Plus segment in here, so don't go anywhere. But okay. It's just on certain days we're going to have to, depending on how many people we have in. You know, there are days too where we ask you guys to stretch because we don't have enough. So it's just a matter of, this is the most pliable part of our show because we've got you guys who can, you know, help me get it smaller, make it bigger, stretch it out, etc. So that's what's going on.
As long as they don't cut our pay in half.
Oh, no, I won't cut your pay in half, I promise.
Okay.
All right. But this week is for this week it's just one topic, right? That we know already.
For today, Tony says today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Is that right, Tony?
Yeah, I think Friday will go back to 2, as far as I know. I think we have like something like 4 interviews every day.
Yeah. Okay. I think Friday's our day that we're back to normal.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Thank you guys so much.
Wait, real quickly, Sam wants to say something to you guys.
Okay.
Sammy's saying she's going to miss you. Today is her last day before she's going to be here a couple days, but not on reporting or anchoring in the morning. So we're going to take her down July 15th, Sammy? 11th. So
crazy.
She's out until then. So she's saying bye, but she's on the desk.
She's having her baby so soon. That's nuts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we need to send her something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll talk to you about that.
Baby photos and whatnot.
Okay. You guys.
Okay.
Thank you guys. See you tomorrow.
Good day. Bye-bye.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, as we reported at the top of the show, the Zika virus has now been detected here in Washoe County. And a new study out Monday claims the Zika virus may be more dangerous than scientists originally thought. The study links Zika to an autoimmune condition in adults with similar symptoms as multiple sclerosis. Researchers say patients reported neurological problems, including trouble with motor skills, vision, and memory. Zika has already been linked to fetal brain disorder and temporary paralysis. Well, when you travel, it's easy to go off your diet, right? Especially while you're at the airport. In today's Health Minute, Tamara Melton has some healthy snacking tips the next time you leave town.
When you're traveling, it can be really hard to eat healthily, especially when you're really busy and you don't have time to sit down and eat. Try to pack some healthy snacks, and you probably have a lot of these items already in your pantry at home. Trail mix, nuts, granola bars, these are all really healthy items that you can take along with you. You don't have to refrigerate them, and they'll last your whole trip. In the morning, if you're trying to get out the door, you can get plain oatmeal packets, have them in your room, use the hot water from your coffee pot, you can go down to the front desk of the lobby, ask them if they have a bowl and maybe some utensils. Sometimes when you're traveling, you forget to have enough fruits and vegetables, or it's just not available. So take some with you. You can take fruits that have hard skins on the outside, like apples, oranges, bananas. These all travel really well. You can throw them in your carry-on bag, you can throw them in your suitcase, and they're a snack that you can have when you get to your destination. But take an empty water bottle with you, get it past security, and there's often filling stations now in airports that you can fill up with filtered water, and you'll be able to stay hydrated, and you can avoid paying those really high prices for bottled water at the magazine stand. Hopefully you can use some of these tips on your next trip. I'm Tamara Melton.
All right, guys, we have to get through this next story together, okay? In other health news, a weekly romp in the sack may be all it takes to promote happiness in your marriage. That's according to a recent study in the Journal of Social, Psychological, and Personality Science. The study found sex can boost happiness because it makes people feel more satisfied in their relationship. Study participants who did the deed 4 or more times a week didn't report feeling any happier than those who had weekly intercourse. Of course, there is room for error in every study, and in this case, it may be that happiness enhances sex just as much as sex enhances happiness. There you go. All right, stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
All righty, thank you, Ryan. Plus, the Zika virus has now been found in Washoe County. We're going to tell you how it got here and what experts want you to know.
Plus, today marks the grand opening of the new Virginia Street Bridge. But those in charge of the project are saying now that 10 months of work are finally complete.
Also still to come, one baseball fan had a really good day when it came to catching foul balls. We're going to tell you what he did with them, and it may surprise you.
You're watching Mornings on Fox 11, connecting Northern Nevada.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us here on Mornings on Fox 11, 8 o'clock, second hour of the show. And if you haven't made your breakfast as of yet, I give you total license to pile on the cheese, the cheddar, the chev, the whatever that you want, because today is natural.
What's the chev?
Chev is goat cheese. Chev is goat cheese. Grilled cheese day. Okay, maybe you should put it in 2 pieces of bread. I'm just saying you don't have to put it between 2 pieces of bread. Just mangiare the
Exactly.
fromage.
It's kind of one of those little meals you could have any time of the day, too.
Yeah. Yes.
And don't forget Velveeta.
Okay. Michael Trigash will be here from Yelp to talk a little bit about that.
You know, when I was
Not
sick,
Velveeta, not Velveeta.
when I was
Not
sick,
Velveeta.
my mom would do the Velveeta grilled cheeses with tomato soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing made me feel better. She goes, "How about some cheddar?" I said, "No, give me the Vita."
Oh,
you
not
go.
me.
Way better.
Not me. The stinkier the cheese, the better for me.
Well, the cheese they brought in today, it's gorgeous stuff. Smells good in here, too. We're going to be checking in with them in a bit. But first, let's talk a little baseball. Have you ever caught a foul ball?
Nope.
You?
Nope.
Me neither. Catching a foul ball at a Major League Baseball game, pretty unlikely, actually. But catching 5 in one day sounds ridiculous, but it happened. This guy, Bill Dugan, caught 5 foul balls yesterday, 4 during the game itself, another one during batting practice.
Did they hire him?
They should have. According to the Tigers broadcast, he gave them all away. Dugan is a season ticket holder who brought his glove to the game. He says all 5 balls were hit in a 15-foot radius of his seat. And he's got some good reels, some good range. He got to him. So,
Oh my
there
gosh.
you have it. See?
What are the odds? That guy needs to play the lottery, don't you think?
5 in one
Yeah.
day. He holds it up.
Jeez.
That's
You know-
great to see he gave them away.
You know who's caught a foul ball before?
Studi.
Studi McStudiflov. Hello.
I have. Good morning to you. Yeah, at Fenway Park in Boston, caught a foul ball. I was sitting behind home plate, went up and over the net over us, and then dropped right into my hand. It was great. 69 degrees in Reno Sparks for the high later today. We are not looking at much of a shower chance for today. It's pretty low at only 10%. The eastern side of the state, though, is looking for some showers. We are looking for showers and thunderstorms eastern Nevada at 70% chances. So heads up for that later today. So again, pretty quiet out there now. Any shower and thunderstorm activity for the eastern side of the state will develop into the afternoon and evening hours, then die out tonight. Western Nevada, we are staying mostly dry today, but a stray shower is still possible. 30s and 40s for most of the lower elevation and upper elevation locations right now, going for the 50s and 60s later today. And check out the temperature trend over the next few days. Yeah, we're above average today with upper 60s for the high in Reno Sparks. By tomorrow, we're closer to the averages for this time of year. Windy conditions, though, on your Wednesday as low pressure starts to approach the area. That low pressure swings a cold front through for your Thursday, so temperatures are really going to drop lower 50s for your Thursday with some showers as well. And then we'll start to rebound heading into the weekend. Drier conditions and warmer conditions for the weekend. We'll look at that on the 7-day forecast coming up. Back over to you.
All right, Tim, thank you. Topping your local headlines this morning, Washoe County health officials have confirmed the first case of the Zika virus here in Washoe County. The woman who contracted the virus had recently traveled to El Salvador. Health officials say she is one of 12 people to be tested for Zika in recent weeks, but right now she is the only person to test positive. The virus is primarily spread through the bites of an infected mosquito. It can also be transmitted sexually. According to the CDC, most people who are infected with Zika won't even know they have the disease because they won't have any symptoms. But the virus is a big concern for pregnant women due to potential birth defects.
The primary complication in an infected fetus is that it may develop what we call microcephaly, or an abnormally small head size. That is usually accompanied by an abnormally small brain size. So these will be generally severely disabled individuals.
According to local health officials, the mosquitoes known to carry Zika virus are not indigenous to our area. While the mosquito may find its way to northern Nevada, right now it is not known whether the insect can survive in our climate. Health officials say to date, Zika has not been spread by mosquitoes in the continental U.S.
The Reno man is accused of trying to run over a California Highway Patrol officer made his first court appearance yesterday. Austin Scott is accused of hitting Officer Michael Erickson after being pulled over Thursday of last week, then leading police on a chase through 3 counties. Scott is charged with attempted murder, driving under the influence, and auto theft. Erickson is currently in critical but stable condition at UC Davis Medical Center. Erickson's fellow CHP officers are continuing to stand by him and his family while he recovers.
We are family, so he is a brother, and he's got a great family, and we're very, close, and we're taking care of them. We're taking care of each other, and we're going to make it through this.
Now, Scott did not enter a plea, and the judge set another court date for April 20th. According to Scott's brother, Dylan, he stole the car from his mother in Reno. Dylan also told us that his brother has a, quote, intense fear of cops.
In other crime news for you on your Tuesday morning, law enforcement officials recently arrested a juvenile male who took part in a series of vehicle burglaries in South Reno. During the week of March 21st, several vehicle burglaries were reported in the area of Joy Lake Road in the Arrow Creek area. On March 29th, during a routine traffic stop, deputies located items inside that vehicle that matched stolen property descriptions. Further investigation determined that the items were in fact stolen. The juvenile driver was arrested on charges of possession of stolen property. The investigation is still ongoing at this point. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Sheriff's Office Patrol Division at that number on your screen, 328-3350.
It is now 7 minutes after the hour on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Well, it has been nearly a year since this historic Virginia Street Bridge in downtown Reno went under construction. But today, a new and improved structure is going to be opening to the public. It's going to be lit up. It's going to be gorgeous. Fox 11's Alex Canito joins us now with more. Hi, Alex.
The Virginia Street Bridge served the community for more than a century. But after years of wear and tear, officials decided it was time to give it a facelift. Demolition of the old bridge first started last June, and since then, the community has rallied together in ways officials could not have imagined.
The amount of energy that the construction workers and the business owners and the property owners brought to downtown has been just phenomenal, and we've really enjoyed the process.
10 months later, the bridge is finally complete. Crews actually finished a month ahead of schedule, and they even had time to leave in some of the original lampposts from the first Virginia Street Bridge.
With Q&D being a part of the community and being able to build something like this, that's going to be something where our families come down and enjoy for the decades to come is a huge deal.
For years, the bridge has been the heart of the biggest little city, and that's something officials hope to preserve for years to come.
The very beginning was a little bittersweet, seeing the old Virginia Street Bridge go. As we built the new bridge, the momentum just kept us going, and the energy just started to build, and we were able to provide the city with this beautiful new bridge.
Alex, thank you. And further down Virginia Street, the space that was once Park Lane Mall may not be gravel lot for much longer. A local real estate company, Reno Urban Developers, announced yesterday that they entered escrow on the property. The developer is still in the early stages of planning for the property, but some ideas being thrown around, including housing, professional offices, medical, or even retail space. The Park Lane Mall property has been vacant since 2009. Well, the Nevada National Guard will soon begin operating a wildland firefighting mission here in Reno. The National Guard Bureau announced this week that the 152nd Airlift Wing is supplying its C-130 aircraft with U.S. Forest Service modular airborne firefighting systems. This development brings large-scale wildland firefighting capabilities to the Guard unit. Members of the 152nd Airlift Wing will begin training this summer.
Washoe County Board of Commissioners is going to consider a bid to make improvements to the Lemon Valley Park later today. The park we're talking about is located on Patrician Drive, adjacent to Lemon Valley Elementary School. The 10-acre park features covered picnic areas, baseball fields, football and soccer fields as well. The playground rehabilitation project would consist of removing the existing surface material, some demolition and disposal of playground equipment that doesn't meet safety standards, and some other small projects. The proposed improvements would require about $125,000 in funding. Well, one goal for one local group in 2016, keep the Truckee River clean. Sounds fair enough. And as the year goes on, officials are not only working to clean up the area around the river, but also to improve it. Ryan Curran joins us now live from downtown Reno with a preview of what's happening at the week's City Council meeting. Hey there, Ryan.
All right, looks good. Thank you, Ryan. Well, still to come on Mornings on Fox 11, Michael Tragash from Yelp is here to talk about a day you need to know about. It is National Grilled Cheese Day. Got all the cheesy details coming up. Welcome back, everybody. Look at this spread. Hello, this is amazing. Michael Tragash, Yelp Reno's community manager, joins us along with Laura Conroe. She's the owner and head cheesemonger. Yes, that is a true thing at Wedge. Have you been to Wedge? If you haven't, what in the hooty hoot are you doing, right?
For real.
All right, so this is the big day today because this is National Grilled Cheese Day. Amazing. This is my day. I love it, right? And it starts off, I think a lot of people would say, it starts, the very basic would be the bread. Amazing display here, Michael.
That's right. You can't make a grilled cheese sandwich without 2 slices
Yes,
of bread.
yes.
So we're starting off here with an amazing bread display from Whole Foods Market in Reno.
Yeah.
All of this is made from scratch every day. This Whole Foods sells 89,000 loaves of bread a year.
I love that.
And head baker Tom is a certified master baker and the trainer for our entire region here in Northern California. So we have some of the best bread Whole Foods has to offer. If you haven't been in there, Tom's favorite bread is his ciabatta for grilled cheese. It's a nostalgic thing for him. It's the first bread he learned to make as a teenager. So get in there to check out Whole Foods. They have anywhere from like 15 to 20 different varieties a day.
It's amazing. You go in there and you can see it still it's coming out right out of the oven, right into that, that when they drop it, it's crispy and you can hear it go. Okay.
Pro tip.
I have a problem with bread. Okay, I have a problem with bread. Yes, pro tip.
They will let you taste it if you ask. Just
oh
point.
God, I didn't need to know
Right.
that. All right, talking about somebody who knows a thing or two about grilled cheese.
Yeah, Soup Restaurant in Midtown. Chef Christian Christensen, who's got this awesome pop-up at the end of the month on the 24th. This is their classic grilled cheese with a twist. Of course, garlic sourdough, their famous tomato soup,
Yes.
and of course their house salad dressing with the cookie on the side.
Let's
But
not
really,
forget the cookie.
it's all about the cheese.
It is truly about
New York
cheese.
cheddar and Havarti, but there's a lot of other options.
Gosh, and we have an amazing selection of cheese here that we can get right here in our community. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Wedge has over 100 cheeses, and we're all cut to order. So
look at this.
This is just a small sampling of what we offer.
Yeah.
This on this board right here is what we're featuring for today for Grilled Cheese Day.
Okay.
Also Havarti, a great melting cheese, smoked Gouda, a fan favorite, and rosemary Asiago, a little bit of crispy pancetta, and some grilled onions.
Love that. And the thing, if people have questions, some people say, hey, cheese is intimidating, go to Wedge. You can try it. You can ask questions. You can help them pair it up with food and wine.
Absolutely.
I love this. You guys, we are lucky to have this amazing food in our area. A lot of great options for you. If you'd like to find out more information about Wedge, check them out for lunch. Hello. You can find it on our website, foxreno.com as well. Thank you guys for being with us. We appreciate it. Let's get into the food, shall we?
Yeah.
Tim, over to you.
Oh, great. I'll take it from here. Good morning to you. We have some patchy morning fog possible in a few spots, especially some of those Sierra Valley locations, as well as northeastern and north central Nevada. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies for us today, and we are looking drier for western Nevada, especially as compared to yesterday, but we still have that chance for showers and thunderstorms on the eastern side of the state, so heads up for those later on into the afternoon and evening hours. Right now, 48 degrees in town. It's dry in the area. We are looking at partly cloudy skies, 3-mile-per-hour winds too. Temperatures are in the 40s and 50s for most of the lower elevations, 30s at the lake right now. As we head into the day, 50s and 60s later today, but we'll be watching for those developing showers and thunderstorms. Looks like in north central Nevada, we're already starting to see a little bit pop up. We'll continue to see developing showers and thunderstorms for eastern Nevada, mostly for the day today. Western Nevada stays mostly dry, but we're not quite out of the woods. There could be a stray shower in 1 or 2 spots today. Wednesday's mostly dry. However, with low pressure on the approach, our winds are going to start to increase on your Wednesday. And then that low pressure arrives for Thursday and Friday, bringing shower chances right on back to the forecast. So again, the shower chances are higher in eastern Nevada, 70%, just 10% for the western side of the state, highs in the upper 60s, lower 70s. Up and around the lake, we're in the 50s today. Ridge tops could start to gust up to about 50 or so miles per hour later on into the evening and overnight hours. And eventually by tomorrow, those winds do arrive for the lower elevations. Highs in the 60s for our northern zones, and we're near 70 degrees at about 69 here in Reno Sparks. Your 7-day forecast, again, mostly dry for western Nevada and the Sierra today. Eastern side of the state, a much better chance for showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening. Wednesday's also mostly dry, but windy. Then low pressure arrives for your Thursday and Friday. That brings shower chances, upper elevation snow shower chances. Those chances will decrease on your Friday, and then we're warm and dry heading into the weekend. A big change as compared to last weekend. Back over to you.
All right, well, if you work mornings like us, then you probably like a good cup of coffee. Well, after the break, we're going to show you some new methods on how you can brew it. That's coming up in our Consumer Report segment. And since the reveal of the trailer for Rogue One, a Star Wars story, hit the web last week, people are already asking the questions about the female's lead backstory. More on that coming up in your Hollywood Minute.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, today's entertainment news ranges from Star Wars to the Billboard charts for the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah, David Daniel has it all in today's Hollywood Minute.
This is a rebellion, isn't it? I rebel.
Since the teaser trailer for Rogue One, a Star Wars story, hit the web last week, one big question has been, is Jyn Erso, played by Felicity Jones, the mother of Daisy Ridley's Rey, whose family in The Force Awakens is a big mystery? They look somewhat alike, but backstage at this weekend's MTV Movie Awards, Ridley brushed off the rumor, saying, just because she's white and got brown hair, it doesn't mean she's my mom. Rihanna Rising. Rihanna's work featuring Drake is #1 on Billboard's Hot 100 chart for an 8th week. That gives her a career total of 59 weeks atop that chart, tying the Beatles for second place. The all-time leader, Mariah Carey, 79 weeks. Meet the two newest members of the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Cyndi Lauper and Harvey Fierstein, co-creators of the Tony-winning Broadway show Kinky Boots, were honored in a rare double ceremony on Hollywood Boulevard. Their stars are outside the Pantages Theater and a historic bar called, appropriately, the Frolic Room. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
It really surprises me that Cyndi Lauper didn't already have a star.
I know. She
Really
looks great
surprises
too, doesn't she? That's what happens when your hair is red or blue or whatever. You age beautifully.
There you go.
No one can tell.
Well, still to come here this morning, the play American Idiot, based on the Green Day album, was a huge hit, and now it is coming to Reno. We've got a live performance in store still to come.
Plus, the Tesla Model X is facing some trouble right out of the gate. We're going to tell you why more than 2,000 cars have been recalled. Stay with us.
Political candidates are often shown on TV while they're eating. Jeannie Moe shows us some recent examples that got her attention.
Also, Starbucks is gearing up to launch its new rewards program today. We're going to tell you why customers are not so thrilled about it. Still ahead of today's consumer news.
You are watching Mornings on Fox with Bill Frankmore, Samantha Boatman, Melissa Carlson, and weather with meteorologist Tim Studebaker. This is Mornings on Fox.
Hey, good Tuesday morning, everyone. Cheers. Cheers to the
Salute.
grilled cheese. I already ate mine. Eaten for 2 these days, I guess you could say.
Guys,
Last half hour of the show, wanted to tell all of you guys at home, today's my last day with all of you here on Mornings on Fox 11. I'll be back July 11th because it's time to go have a baby.
That's right.
Baby time.
Due
I'm
date-
crazy how fast it's gone.
Oh, it's gone by so fast. It seems like just yesterday we were doing the gender reveal.
Not for me.
Oh,
jeez, jeez.
Gosh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I should.
I don't have
if
enough
you guys
fellas in
only
here.
knew. Are you really eating that? You're eating again? Yes.
I'm eating again.
Mhm.
Thank
Well, you look
Mhm.
beautiful. You've
Thank
looked
you.
beautiful the whole 9 months, and
Yeah.
we're gonna
Thank
miss
you.
you.
She's doing 5 days, so I think it's time now where I'm like, you know what? I need to take a little step back, get some rest. So
we love it. We're gonna miss you like crazy, but
Miss
you're gonna
you
keep us
guys.
updated with pictures.
Yes, yeah.
Love
You
that.
can go to my Samantha Boatman Facebook page and you can follow her journey there.
Love that. Well, Bill, switching gears here a little bit. If you didn't know already, Sam's pregnant and Bill's a fisherman. So I want you to pay close attention to this video. Check it out.
I don't
Tell
see
me
the
what you
correlation.
think. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. A blue marlin nearly turned
Oh.
the tables on a fishing charter group off the coast of Australia recently. Mufasa Sports Fishing Charters posted this video of the close encounter on the company's Facebook page. And the post description, the marlin nearly taking out a deckhand as it jumped into the back of the boat.
Yeah,
Listen, those
that's
things.
a deckhand. Those guys know what they're doing.
that.
Can you imagine
Ay,
if it's
ay, ay.
if it was just a guest fisherman?
It's not like he
Take
doesn't
that-
have a huge sword. Look,
Yeah, exactly.
he tries to hit it with a stick. Buddy,
You got a sword,
buddy.
on your face. I got a stick or a paddle. Yeah, that's coming in there with some heat too. Coming in hot.
All right, also coming in hot, our forecast for this weekend, meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with a look at that. Hi, Tim.
I see what you did there. We got warmer temperatures on the way for the weekend. I think that's appropriate to say. Hey, as we head through the day today, lower chances as compared to yesterday for western Nevada and the Sierra for any showers and thunderstorms, down to 10% for the western side of the state. However, eastern Nevada, places like Elko, a much better chance for showers and thunderstorms today for that eastern half, up to 70%. And some of those could put down some heavy rains over on that side of the state. So heads up if that is in your travel plans or you're watching us from eastern Nevada today. 69 degrees for Reno Sparks later today, 67 in Carson City, 55 your high in Southlake, and 65 in Elko. Again, the shower chance much higher in Elko. We're already starting to see a little bit of development out there in north central Nevada. We'll continue to watch north central and northeastern Nevada for shower and thunderstorm development later today. 30s and 40s for the temperatures now, going for the 50s and 60s later today. If you happen to be heading to tonight's game, they're at home again at Greater Nevada Field. The Aces are 6:35 p.m. against Albuquerque. Winds are out to right field, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures falling from the low 60s to the low 50s by the end of the game. Lower shower chances as compared to the last few games, though, only 10% chances. So hopefully a dry game. We'll have to see how that plays out later on today. 7-day forecast with additional shower chances coming up. Back to you.
All right, Tim, thank you for that. Well, if the presidential candidates could turn calories into delegates, they might be the front runners, depending on
Do you
who they
remember
are.
when Bill Clinton was running for president?
Mm-hmm.
You're
Yeah.
probably really, really young.
No, I was pregnant with my son Liam, so I do remember.
He
it.
liked to eat a little bit.
Did he?
He certainly did.
Out of all the things, that's what you remember of him?
There were some funny Saturday Night Live skits about it. Anyway, CNN's Jeannie Mose has more on those breaking bread on the campaign trail now.
When it comes to food photo ops,
The strawberry? Yeah, it is strawberry.
Candidates almost have to say cheese, cake, or hot dogs, or spaghetti, or matzah. Bernie Sanders inhaled a couple of Nathan's hot dogs so fast it looked like he thought he was in the 4th of July hot dog eating contest. For a second, we thought his wife Jane was going to have to do the Heimlich. But John Kasich is the one who ate as if it would add to his delegate count rather than his calorie count.
Grandma's recipe.
Beautiful. Great. Mamma mia.
He ate 2 plates of spaghetti, a salami sandwich, ordered pasta fagioli.
How about a little cheese on the top of this?
Don't try taking anything away.
Wait a minute. No.
Eat, drink, and be merry when running in a primary, but Hillary refused to touch her cheesecake. So instead of an actual bite, all we got was a sound bite.
I learned early on not to eat in front of all of you.
Back at the Iowa State Fair, she nibbled at a pork chop on a stick.
Really good.
But now she's resisting the call of the cheesecake.
I'm sitting here just pining for a bite.
SNL poked fun at Hillary for not eating.
My favorite dinner, a classic New York City street hot dog.
Personally, I worry more about what I'm eating rather than how bad I look eating it. A hot dog wrapped in a Twinkie, drizzled with cheese whiz, dog food made from human-grade ingredients.
I mean, I can swallow it.
But what New Yorkers can't swallow is when Kasich or Trump dare to use utensils on pizza.
Are you eating it with a fork? A f***ing fork! The pizza came scalding hot, okay?
Through the years, candidates have learned that food can burn you. Jeannie Mose.
Guys got to eat, right?
CNN.
Watch and learn, for God's sakes.
New York.
I need to clarify something so that people don't think that I'm 60 some odd years old.
You're not. You're 61.
Quit. He was actually, Bill Clinton was talking at the National Convention when I was pregnant with Liam. So that's what that was. But by the way, I don't see anything wrong with him eating with a fork and knife, because do you know that in Naples, Italy, that is where they originated pizza, and they eat it there with a fork and knife.
Yeah, but he sounded like a wimp when he's like, it was scalding hot.
Have you ever burned your mouth with that cheese?
Yes. Have I ever burned my mouth on cheese? Are you kidding me? And then I've had Captain Crunch cereal the next day. Just ripped the shred out of the roof of my mouth many, many times. All right, Sam, over to you.
All right, thanks, guys. Will the play American Idiot, inspired by the Green Day album, has, of course, been a huge hit. And locally, you can see it. Yeah, we're joined by Jessica, Haley, Bethany, and Kiba today to tell us how. Jessica, I wanted to start with you. Tell us how this play came to TMCC.
Well, our choreographer, Mig O'Hara, has been wanting to do a dance-heavy show for years now. It's really cool. It's the first showing of it in Nevada.
That's awesome. And who doesn't love Green Day? Kiba, how many opportunities will people have to see it?
Well, we had opening weekend last week.
Okay.
So the remaining shows are going to be this upcoming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And how did opening weekend go?
It went fantastic. It was pretty high energy.
Yeah.
Lots of awesome things happening. So it was great.
I can imagine that. And Bethany, what can people expect when they go to the play?
You can expect pretty much just loud music, bright lights, and a rockin' good time.
Who doesn't love that? Love your guys' outfits, by the way, too.
Thank
Misfits. I'll have to tell you, I had Misfits shirt in high school, as a matter of fact. And Haley, last but not least, what song will you guys be performing for us today?
We're actually going to be performing one of Green Day's biggest hits, Good Riddance.
Okay, one of my favorites. Tell us where people can get tickets real quickly.
Brownpapertickets.com.
Brownpapertickets.com. We'll be posting all of this on our Facebook page and also our website, foxreno.com. Guys, you guys take it away.
Thank you.
Another turning point, the fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go.
So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time.
Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life.
And there is all the information for the show that will be coming up in the next couple of weekends. All right, stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. Turning now to consumer news. Tesla is recalling 2,700 Model X SUVs over a safety problem with their seats. Excuse me. Get that off. The company is advising owners not to let anybody ride in the third row until the vehicles are fixed. Tesla said an improperly made part by an Australian supplier could allow the seat to fold forward during a crash if the person is sitting in it. The company said it's not aware it's happening in a crash, but it did happen in its own tests. The Model X was unveiled last September. Tesla only recently began to ramp up production of the model.
Hey, if any music gets played on accident, at least it was
Green
Green
Day,
Day,
right?
Green Day, yeah.
Well, Goldman Sachs has agreed to pay more than $5 billion in a settlement Monday. The investment banking firm is accused of misleading its investors and knowingly selling them bad mortgages. The mortgages in question were sold between 2005 and 2007. The Obama administration blamed big banks like Goldman Sachs for contributing to the 2008 financial crisis.
Well, if you are looking to own a piece of internet history, guess what? Yahoo is for sale. The web company is now valued at a mere $34 billion. Media companies such as the Daily Mail and Time are reportedly thinking of making an offer, and technology companies like Google and Microsoft supposedly also want other pieces of the company. Yahoo's reportedly given interested parties until April 18th to make their offers. Company's expected to fetch something like $8 billion for its core internet business.
And despite customer outcry, Starbucks is gearing up to launch its new rewards program today. My Starbucks Rewards will now be Starbucks Rewards. The new system is based on how much money customers spend in the coffee shops, not on how often they make purchases. Starbucks announced the change in late February in a blog post, saying the change was the top request from customers, but it didn't sit well with some customers. Many complained it will take them longer to earn rewards. 2 days after it announced a new program, Starbucks clarified the changes, claiming, quote, the vast majority of you will earn rewards just as fast, if not faster.
And speaking of coffee, the most popular type of coffee maker is the old drip coffee maker.
Right. Consumer Reports has ratings for more than 130 of them. But there are all sorts of unique machines out there to get your brew on.
That's right. We've got Consumer Reports taking a look. They went to the labs to take a look at 3 specialty coffee makers that promise to jumpstart your Java fix.
Morning coffee is nothing new. How you brew it can be. Consumer Reports looked at 3 new coffee makers that promise to improve your cup of joe, including one that only makes cold brewed coffee.
Cold brewing is steeping the grounds in cold water for a long period of time. It makes coffee that's less acidic and less bitter.
This $50 OXO cold brew is basically a filtered container on a stand. Fill it with water and grounds, and 12 to 24 hours later, the coffee decants slowly into the carafe. But testers wondered why you need it.
You can also just use a simple glass jar and pour the liquid off before you get to the grounds.
Next up, the Fellow Duo Coffee Steeper. It costs $100, brews coffee hot or cold, and the double filter promises to keep the gunk out of the bottom of your cup.
We needed to use more coffee, and we had to steep it for longer than the instructions suggested, but the chamber is really well insulated, so we were still able to get a hot cup of coffee.
For just $30, this Arobi AeroPress brews both coffee and espresso using an airtight plunger to force the coffee through the filter. Plunging can be a little tricky, but it works quickly and is easy to clean.
Eventually, we were able to get a good cup of coffee from each of these, but not right out of the box. We had to vary time, temperature, amount of coffee, the grind.
So if you don't mind a little work, you do have some new options.
Well, there you go. There's some options for you. I personally just like the drip coffee maker, but to each its own.
Yeah, expensive, $100 for some of those. I didn't know that the cold water made it less acidic. Something to think about.
Yeah.
For our stomachs rot.
Right? With how much coffee we drink. All right, Melissa, we're going to send things over to you now.
All right, Sam, thank you for that. Well, the Tahoe Regional Community Job Fair is happening today at Harris Tahoe. Businesses are hiring for positions all across the area. Joining us to tell us more about that is Cece Charay from the Tahoe Regional Collaborative. Cece, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, this is a big thing for that area. A lot of people looking for jobs still. And so what are you guys helping people out with there today?
We're helping them out with, the concept is, where are the holes in your year-round income? And if you're coming out of the resorts, then oftentimes you don't have the other half of the season. So we're helping you with that. Say you're a teacher that just takes the summer off and wants something to fill in, or you need a year-round job. all of our companies have a variety of jobs that they are offering, and we have about 2,500 open positions.
I love that because this really is that area. You have people coming in, and you're right, exactly. There are holes that need to be filled. That's what makes this one different, right? This fair.
Well, what makes it different is that the entire region is building it like an Amish barn raising. So everybody contributes. Nobody pays for vendor space. Nobody pays for anything, but they bring an item to the table to make the event work. So Harrah's generously donates their ballroom, and all the other companies are helping with like Craigslist or marketing costs. The total cost for this event is $700.
Wow. That's incredible. That's for that big of an event. That's an incredible.
And we typically have 2, and it's the same price.
Wow.
So everybody brings something to the table and makes it work.
All right. People are asking what kind of jobs are going to be available.
We have everything from hotel work to summer work to if you want to work at a distance, you can work at a Tahoe Mountain Lab. Anything. Just think about what you want. Oh, we just got Another Planet, so the concert series at Harrah's, which is super fun to do in the summer.
Yeah.
But there's a variety of companies. It just come check it out. Come see. You get an opportunity to research what you want and talk to the actual recruiters, and you can apply right then and there. Harrah's hired 16 people last year.
Love
on
this.
The spot.
Real quickly, 15 seconds left. What do people need to know before they go?
Come professionally dressed, bring resumes, and expect there to be a crowd. So get there, line up. We had 200 people at the door last year at 3 o'clock. So get on in there, but come professionally dressed.
I love it, Cece. Great opportunity for a lot of people in that area. And I love that you did it with the community barn raising effect too. So cool. All right, tossing it over to Tim with a look at our forecast for people headed out to the job fair. What do you think for them?
It looks like pretty dry for the day today and also into tomorrow. And by the weekend, even drier stuff on the way with warmer temperatures too. Patchy morning fog out there this morning. We are looking at mostly cloudy skies for today. Eastern Nevada, though, is the exception. Showers and thunderstorms picking up for Eastern Nevada today. 48 degrees in town right now, partly cloudy skies. We have 3-mile-per-hour winds and 77% humidity. 40s and low 50s for most of the lower elevations, 37 degrees up at South Lake right now. So we are pretty dry to start the day across much of the area. Just starting to see the first signs of moisture developing north central Nevada. Showers will develop for north central, northeastern parts of the state today. Some thunderstorms as well. Mostly dry for the western side of the state. There may be a stray shower. We're putting the chances at 10% for most of western Nevada and the Sierra, 70% for eastern Nevada. So a big difference if you're heading out to the eastern side of the state or watching us from that side of the state. You're looking for shower and thunderstorm activity today on that side of the state. Not so much for western Nevada. Most of us are going to be dry today. Mostly dry for Wednesday, but windy as low pressure starts to approach the area. Northeastern Nevada, though, that 70% chance there. Other than that, highs are in the 60s. It's pretty similar on the eastern side of the state today to what we saw in western Nevada yesterday. 60s and 70s for western Nevada today. And again, mostly dry, 10% shower chance today. Up around the lake, 50s and ridge gusts at the tops of the Sierra as high as 50 miles per hour. Southwest winds at 10 to 15. Lower elevations of western Nevada into the 60s to low